who is a God like you, pardoning iniquity, overlooking the sin of the few remaining for his inheritance? He doesn't hold on to anger forever. He delights in faithful love. Micah, a prophet, is asking, in some sense, a rhetorical question, but also one that I think we are invited to answer. He's not really asking God, who is a God like you? It's inviting us to think about that. Who are our little gods, our lowercase g gods, or as Pastor Mike Slaughter from Ginghamsburg Church in Ohio would often say, our shiny gods. What gods are like God, that pardon, that overlook sin, that see our lives and offer forgiveness and grace? Micah is asking kind of a sarcastic question, isn't it? Who else is like you? The answer? No one. Now you might think, well, I don't have other gods. I have God. I have God, right? But don't we all have little gods? I mean, think about the gods that sometimes we spend some time trying to please. And here I'm not talking about names for gods or things like that. We're not talking about Greek gods or anything like that. We're talking about gods like prosperity, or even gods like the economy, right? Or popularity, or the god of promotion, the god of time. You see, we have a lot of gods that sometimes we find ourselves spending, well, too much time trying to please. And Micah's question here becomes very important. Do those gods pardon us? Do they see our mistakes and let it go? No, oftentimes they don't. The economy, for all that it is, isn't the most forgiving thing in the world. It sometimes will take our mistakes and hold on to them for far longer than we'd like. Prosperity is the same way. Some can't even dream of it because their situation in life doesn't allow for it. That's not the God Micah's describing. You see, Micah's making a point. We all have these little gods in our lives that sometimes we turn to. And that's why God understood that in giving the 10 Commandments, he said, you shall have no other God before me. Now, I'm not saying that we're all bad people because all of a sudden we have these gods, these shiny gods that we pay attention to. What I am saying is, though, we are fallible and we need to be mindful that we have a God who is good and is all things, all times, to all people. We don't need the other gods. The one we have is, well, perfect. Amen.